Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Rutgers versus Illinois college football matchup on Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. Also got a link directly below this video in the description. Prices start at just $15, and you'll use the discount code PICK to get an additional 15% off. We also have products meant for people that make big bets. People with big bankrolls looking for a VIP service. We offer this one-on-one type service, but this is our most expensive premium package. It's custom made just for you, and you'll get that one-on-one attention. All you got to do is text that number. But let's get to it. Rutgers taking on Illinois. Rutgers 6-4 on the season, so they are bowl eligible, as is Illinois at 7-3 on the season. You know, we look at, these teams in the Big Ten, and this is kind of where the playoff, kind of waters down the bowl system, which is just fine with me, to be honest with you. I think the bowl system will be just fine, and I think that, the playoff will make college football, everything about it, just a lot better. Big time, college football guy. It was my number one sport for my whole life, and I got to say, I've been waiting my whole life for a playoff like this, and I think it could be even 4 teams bigger. But the thing is that when we look at, these two teams, certainly not playoff teams, and the reason why for Illinois is pretty obvious. The losses that they've taken are against the best teams that they faced: Penn State, Oregon, and Minnesota. Meanwhile, coming off a nice win against Michigan State, 38-16 last week. That game was home. They beat Michigan. They beat Nebraska. They beat Kansas out of conference. They've done a nice job this season, so no doubt about that. It's not like anything will be overstated. The same thing with Rutgers. A win over Minnesota, who's been pretty good this season, and a win over Maryland, 31-17, which they were a 4-point dog in that game. They were 6.5-point dogs against Minnesota. It's because they had a 4-game losing streak where they lost to Nebraska, Wisconsin, UCLA, and USC. Meanwhile, they've beaten Washington and a good Virginia Tech team. This Rutgers team is tough to figure out which team is going to show up for this week. We look at the way that Illinois, offense has been going. It's been pretty boring, bottom third, I'd say, of all teams in all of college football. And the Rutgers defense, which they are known for under Coach Greg Schiano, has really been subpar this season. When you look at the pass, 90th in completion percentage against and 101st in passing yards. And then when you look at the run game, teams don't try to run as much on them, but still, when they do, 72nd in the nation in rushing yards against, over 149 per game, averaging 4.9 yards per carry against Rutgers. You would have hardly believed that at the beginning of the season or of any Greg Schiano team. Meanwhile, when it comes to the offense, they're mundane at best as well, rushing the football as Greg Schiano teams do, 4.4 yards per carry, but that's 72nd in the nation, up against an Illinois run defense that allows 4.4 yards per carry on the other side, but it's 85th as far as defenses go. This game is fairly, even in some areas, but it just seems to me that Illinois just checks a lot more of the boxes for me in this game. I'd look at this game and I see Rutgers is home, and, they don't turn the ball over a ton, and that's something that I really like. And then on the other side, we look at Illinois, and they don't turn the ball over a ton either. And the thing is that Rutgers defense is about as inopportunistic as it gets. I'm going to take Illinois on the road, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.